Alright guys, let's go ahead and get started. Now the Google event was more or less basically what we kind of expected. Let's go ahead and get started with more of the smaller stuff. And for me, the smaller stuff was more of the Google router that we talked about yesterday. Now you can buy one for $129, you can buy three for $299. They're supposed to work together. That way they give better access to all parts of the house instead of just coming from one router, which I think is really smart, especially for bigger homes. And especially that they're not making it you buy three of them. You can buy one. And yeah, it's kind of expensive, $129 per router. But it is Google's router, which will make all this other stuff that we're about to talk about work quite a lot better. And who can really go wrong with better range in their house? And that is coming in December. Now, Daydream just got it unveiled. It's their own VR headset. It has comfortable fabrics, which works with glasses. It comes with a remote, it has its own holder. It comes in three different colors: slate, snow, crimson, and it also is working with museum streaming apps like Netflix and Google Play Movies. It comes in at $79 and ships in November. And they also use that fabric for a more comfortable experience that can breathe, and one that's just easier and better to use. The Chromecast Ultra. Now this comes in at $69. It supports 4K, HDR, and Dolby Vision. It has an Ethernet support as well on the end of the power port, which is a nice touch. Also, Google Play Movies is getting 4K support, which is really nice for me since I already have several in there. And just another place for 4K is really going to spread the adoption rate of 4K up even more. It also comes with some new updated antennas for better Wi-Fi support. And then it looks like a really nice update. Yeah, it's a little bit more at $69, which is about twice what the original Chromecast was, but it does offer 4K, HDR, and Dolby Vision, like I've said before, so your movies are going to look a lot better now. Now the Pixel and Pixel XL. Now they have the same specs that have been leaked before, but now it also offers unlimited photo and video storage in full quality, including 4K videos, all for free, and it's unlimited, like I said before, which is just great. The Pixel comes in at $649 for 32 gigs and $749 for 128 gigs. The Pixel XL starts at $769 for 32 gigs, which is priced a lot more like an iPhone rather than the Nexus devices that we use today. And both the Pixel and Pixel XL does come in a couple of different colors, and their naming scheme is kind of odd, but whatever. Comes in quiet black, very silver, and really blue. Not sure how I like the naming scheme, but the blue does look really nice since blue is my favorite color. But regardless, they all look really nice in their own color. They also come with 24-hour support with their own screen sharing features. That way they can better help you and understand what exactly is going on instead of just explaining everything over the phone. And this phone also got the best score from any phone at DxOMark, which is a Camry testing site. And that is big news for them, but until it actually comes out and everybody gets to test it and we get to test it, we're not really going to know how good it actually is. And pre-orders do go live today for both the Pixel and the Pixel XL, and they do have a partnership this year with Verizon, just like with the Galaxy Nexus. So no other carriers are getting it, but it will also sell an unlocked version of it, which will work with Project Fi, which that all kind of sucks because Verizon, as we all know, likes to hold on to their own updates for a long time, and phones just can't get updated as quickly as Google is putting them out because of Verizon. So we'll have to go wait and see how that support works. And what some people are doing instead of, they're just going with the GSM unlocked version instead. That way they don't have to worry about carrier bloatware or updates or anything like that. And both Pixels are the first phones to be coming out with Google's new Assistant. Now the Assistant is kind of everywhere, but to really get a grasp of everything, I'm going to be talking about Google Home first. Google Home is a lot like Amazon's Echo, but it does have capacitive top controls for music or various other things. Has customized bases using either fabric or different kinds of metal for different colors and looks. And it also uses the new Google Assistant, which is really important because it works a lot better, it's a lot more seamless, and it's a lot less robotic feeling. You can play music through their own speaker design, but again, we'll have to wait to see if that actually sounds any good. You can control music, either your voice or that capacitive touch on the top of it. It can play music through YouTube Music, Pandora, Spotify, and more are coming in the future. You can also use it to control your Chromecast as well, so you can use it to play certain YouTube videos or play Netflix or stuff like that. You can use it for pause and play controls and stuff like that instead of using your phone or any other remote. And like I mentioned earlier, it's a lot like the Amazon Echo, but it uses the power of Google and all of its devices, like the new router, like the Chromecast, and just a big ecosystem where the Amazon Echo doesn't really use Google. So the search options on it aren't nearly as good as the shopping features and some of the other stuff that Amazon uses. And Google Home also supports stuff like the normal Hue, Nest with more upcoming, and also works with Chromecast audio. That way you can either just play music with your voice through a connected Chromecast audio system, or you can also, if you have multiple of them, you can have multi-room audio support to fill the whole house with the same song playing at the same time instead of having to coordinate it. You just ask it to play and it plays all throughout the house, which is really nice for an easy and cheaper way to get everything set up like that. And this is meant to be put in just about every room in the house, and it is context aware. That way, the only one that hears you the best will respond to you. That way you don't have 1,000 of them going off at the same time. And Google Home does start out at $129 with a free 6-month trial of YouTube Red, which is nice. It's shipping November 4th in, like I said, multiple colors, different finishes. And it comes with Google's new assistant, like I've said before, which is a lot like Google Now on Tap, and Voice Search kind of all put into a better working system. And with the new Google Assistant, they have Google Actions. Some actions, like turning on lights, doesn't need a conversation. It's just going to turn on the lights, like on other systems. But other ones need conversations, like if you want an Uber car or you're wanting food or something like that. It will actually bring Uber or whatever food you're ordering from into the conversation. That way you can figure out exactly what your needs are and get you what you need as quickly as you possibly can. Now that just about wraps up the Google's October 4th event. Really liking what I see. Unfortunately for me, I'm not with Verizon, so I would have to pay full price for the Pixel, which is going to be a lot more expensive than getting a Nexus 6P or something like a OnePlus. So on that front, that kind of sucks, but you can kind of understand where they're coming at. Google's new home autonomy system looks really nice. And with all of Google's other products, it's going to work super nice and seamless throughout, as long as there's not many bugs. Chromecast Ultra is really nice. Now, I already have something like an Xbox for playing 4K movies and streaming. So it's not something I necessarily need, but for someone who wants something cheap that can stream 4K movies, this could be something that they could look into. You know, knowing it supports 4K, HDR, and Dolby Vision, you're pretty much set up for anything there. And at $69, it's probably one of the more cheaper options for getting into 4K streaming right now. Now, the Daydream feature, it looks really nice, but as I've seen before using various other VR products, it's something really cool to show off to friends, and it's really cool for the first couple of weeks, but then afterwards it's not something I use on a regular basis, unfortunately. Now, after using Google's OnHub router firsthand, it's really nice, it's easy to use. So Google's new smaller router that also looks a little bit better in my opinion, and at a cheaper price, it's really nice. And especially for those bigger homes where you want to have good Wi-Fi all throughout, not have any dead spots or any lost coverage, it's going to be really nice for those kind of people. That way they can have better Wi-Fi all throughout their house. Just simply put as that. Now, it is kind of expensive for a 3-pack, at $299, but that's all you're really going to need. And if you really want good Wi-Fi all throughout your house and an easy to set up process and just a really coherent thing, this is probably also one of the more cheaper options. It's still expensive, but it's also cheaper than some other ones I've seen. But you're definitely getting what you're paying for here. Now, after just listening to me talk about everything, I want to know what you guys think and feel about the Google event. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Go ahead and leave your opinions in the comments below and tell me what you guys think of the Google event. I'll see you guys in the next video.